brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions. Live from Los Angeles, it's time for the main event of the evening.
Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. And I've been asked by every person that could ever interview me, would you like more, the podcast or TV? So I love them both.
Oh.
But if it came down to it, I like the podcast just a little bit more because it's my content. Don't nobody tell me what to do. Don't nobody tell us what to do. And it's loose. You know what I mean? Like I ain't got to be so buttoned up. And, I always talk to sometimes like while I'm doing the show, I think to myself like, I can't say that on national television. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I love it to do it like this until those moments where we need something like to really get us. We need structure. Let's be honest. We need some structure up in this piece.
Well, I think we manage, but we need structure. We need Carson at
You
times.
ain't no I think we manage guy, and neither is I.
Hey,
See, I can't say that on
but we
national
get through
TV.
it.
Neither am I.
Do we get through it?
Yeah, we get through it.
We get through it.
And I guess they like it.
We like
still.
the Miami Heat when they very first came together. D Wade and we just passing it back and forth to each other. One day Carson come in here and save us.
No structure.
Hey Carson, you coming this week or not? Who knows?
I didn't tell him we was doing a live show today. He got the post, so he know about it. But
but
he always tune in. So
but a big fight means Carson shows up.
Yeah,
that's he like Floyd Mayweather.
We got another guest for you guys. If
Is
you
it
saw
Carson?
the post, it's not Carson, and it's not Zattel either. I hit him up. Bro, listen, I've been running low on energy. I've been running low. Do we have anything to talk about today?
I mean,
do we have any? Now I do usually send some word of an outline.
There were some good fights over the weekend.
No, but listen, did I send the outline this week?
I was looking at something. Hold on.
Did I send the outline this week?
Hold on, man. Give me a second. I was looking at there's something going on in the the big dudes fighting Joe Joyce rematch.
Yeah.
Okay. Richard Hitchison versus Jose Zepeda.
Yeah.
Okay. The next week, the big fight.
But is that in the outline? Did I tell you what we was talking about today?
No.
Did you come in prepared?
I'm prepared
for
to talk about
PorterWay
anything.
Podcast show.
I can't even prepare to talk about anything.
He said, "I'm back to 2020, December of 2020."
Freestyling?
Just freestyling.
Hey, it is what it is.
I've been
man.
running low, bruh. I ain't got nothing for y'all today.
We're on live. Let's see what they saying, man.
Yeah, we live.
If you got questions, this is the episode.
I said that in the
post.
You
said that?
I said, listen, send in your super chats. Antt want me to tell y'all that, but if y'all don't send in super chats, y'all can definitely send in some questions, and we're going to try to stay tuned in on that.
This
Victor
fool
Morales.
said, the big dude. That's what he called me.
Said.
That's what I call myself?
Oh, the big dude. That's somebody. Well, you know who he talking to. But Victor Morales, 19-0, Golden Boy fighter, has been flying under the radar for some time now. 2017, I think it was, my dad was going to sign him, ended up not signing him. He and his dad, they flew solo for a little while. Now they've been with Golden Boy for some time. He's been sparking it when he's been in the ring. And obviously, from knowing him before he turned pro, seeing him as an amateur, all that kind of stuff, he holds a special place in my heart for the sake of words, So the more I see him be successful, I'm just really rooting for him. And I want him to, when he gets on, he's going to tell his story a little bit more so that you guys can become a little more familiar with him or whatever the case may be. But he had a big fight this weekend.
I was about to say, you just had a...
And it's funny because a big fight to y'all is a championship fight. Big fight to y'all is a 12-round fight.
Yeah.
Big fight to y'all is big name against big name. But what y'all don't understand, people have asked me which fight was the biggest fight of your career. I'm like, they were all big. Because if I lost one, I might not have had the next one. If I had lost one, I might not have had the next one. So they all meant something to me, and they all played an intricate role in my career.
At that moment.
And so the same thing for him. No, he's not a world champion fighter, but for where he's at in his career, this was a big moment for him. And to see the way he closed out the fight, I know we don't have a highlight on that, but the way he closed out the fight, I want you guys to, if you can, go back to DAZN and check it out. I thought he closed it in spectacular form in ways you don't see a lot of young guys just step up to the plate. I mean, both eyes is closed. He got two. He got two.
That's that warrior look.
He got two baseballs on his eyes.
Is he good today? Come on, man. Wear the glasses, Victor.
Yeah, he gonna have glasses on because I talked to him yesterday or the day before.
That's Shawn go-to.
So I said, man, your dad was right, So, but anyway, enough with that. And then we got somebody coming into the studio. Like I said, I'm not on E, but I've been running low.
Hey, Victor's right outside the top 10, Shawn, in featherweight. Right outside the top 10. So it's some big names for him.
Yeah.
To get in there. He's making the turn, right? Some people would say moving a little slower than them top guys, but he's moving like the old school way. Getting around 20 fights.
He had his first
contender.
He had his debut in 2016. Mm-hmm. So when you have your pro debut, it's been 7 years. You're right. Like it's that time. And if anything, you might be a little behind, you know. But I know that he came up with some of the bigger names that you guys know of, has been in the ring with some of those bigger guys too. So enough on him. Yeah, he'll be calling in about 5, 6, 7 minutes. Okay. And we'll hear from him. And then, like I said, we got another guest. I ain't going to tell you who it is, but we got somebody coming through.
I'm going to be hyped?
No, you're not going to be hyped.
That's very
you always hype.
That's very disrespectful.
You always hype, though.
I know, that's very disrespectful.
What? How?
You know what I mean? I'm not going to be hyped.
Is that disrespectful to him or disrespectful to you? To the dude?
Yeah, to my guy.
Well, hey.
Shout out to my guy. I see you.
I didn't even want him to come in. I was like, all right, whatever.
Hey, see, this dude's very disrespectful, man. Very disrespectful. Oh, speaking of that, I got something to talk to you about.
Oh, thank you. We got a subject.
Yeah, we got a subject. I mean, not much of a subject. We got something to talk to you about. My guy from Strap Kings.
Okay.
He explained the reason why it's called Strap Kings. Because he played football. He used to be a DB. So he was strapping people up, and then now he kind of like he's strapping down the football thing and boxing. So that's where Strap Kings come from.
Okay.
Shout out to my guy.
Nah, that's tight.
I was like, okay.
That's tight.
Okay.
What up, everybody? Happy to see y'all today. No, straight up though, like for real, same questions, all the good stuff, and we're gonna try to get to them.
Hey, any questions y'all got for us? For
somebody
Canelo
said, Matt Boyd said, "Is this live?" Yes, this is live, Matt.
Hey, you want me to get up and do something crazy? You want me to do what you've been asking me to do forever?
Man, listen, you do that right now. I got. You get the whole wallet.
No, I'm not
you
doing
get
that.
the whole wallet. Hey, it's something in there too. There's something in there. Look, hey, it's some different colors in there.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hey, it's different colors in there. You know what that means?
You want me to do it at home?
It's money. Yeah, that's where I really wanted to go down at. That's where I really wanted to go.
Hey, shout out to our inside.
You know what that means, though, when it's some different
colors.
colors.
Okay, I get it. Why don't you donate to the...
That's money from around the world.
Okay. I ain't mad at you.
Every now and then, I got to stunt.
But,
is Janibek overrated?
Ooh.
Thanks for the question, Prince.
I don't wild out like I used to ever since the Terrence Crawford fight put me in check.
In check for what?
Oh, about wilding out on fighters. You couldn't tell me. You couldn't tell me Earl Spence was going to lose that fight that way.
Yeah.
You could not tell me Earl Spence would lose that fight that way. I seen ways he could lose, but so it's hard for me to call somebody overrated. And the last time I called somebody overrated to Shawn Porter's face, I don't know if he took it offensive, but Shawn's like, hey, relax. It was a banana when he beat J-Rock.
Oh.
So... Do you call you think it's overrated?
Who? Janibek. It depends, I guess. I really wouldn't say Janibek is unproven, but he really hasn't. He hasn't fought elite.
Is he? He's at the same boat as Boots right now.
No.
Okay.
I don't think. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Boots is not overrated. Boots is just not in a position to get a championship title or an opportunity yet.
Okay.
Janibek, I don't know what the belts are like on his side or whatever, but I know that there's some guys that he can get in the ring with that are elite, and he hasn't gotten in the ring with them. You know, once upon a time, there was the talks of Boo Boo Andre and Janibek fighting. That never happened, and a couple other fights. I mean, I guess overall, I would say, yeah, he's a little overrated.
Bingo, we got one.
I've seen some good boxing from him, and then I've seen not really struggles, but I've seen a lack of like consistency too. So, you know, hey, when y'all looking for elite, consistent at everything they do, you know what I mean? So, Matt, now I'm not gonna do your last name. I'm not even gonna.
No, we can't have that
no. What are my thoughts on Xander Zayas? That dude looked nice last weekend, man. I'm thinking he is a mix of Cotto and Trinidad. Ooh, I like that.
We should have named
Xander. Bump him. Xander, I'm a big fan of Xander. Been in the ring with Xander. I think he is everything that he's talked to be. They've been saying for some time now that he's the next big thing from Puerto Rico. I believe it. I believe in him. I've seen the work ethic. I've seen the love for the sport. Of course, the talent is there. The athleticism is there. And then beyond that, even the skills are there. So that boy got 2 thumbs up from me. I don't think we talk about him the way we talk about maybe Boots Ennis or some of the other big names out there. But he is definitely coming into elite. I really wouldn't say he is elite. But my man, he's a fight away. Last time I saw him fight was
in New York.
Was in New York, yeah.
I seen him this weekend, Shawn.
Yeah.
Best performance ever.
I missed it.
And you seen him fight last time and it was good.
Yeah. I was in Oregon.
I understand you. I was showing me. I was in Oregon.
Yeah,
one time.
Not
this weekend.
Running on you, y'all.
But
I missed him this weekend. Damn.
Yeah, Shawn, that was a great performance. If you get a chance, go back and check that out.
I gotta go back and check that out.
Yeah, you gotta check that out. Yeah. It was special, and you could see afterwards he was pumped up.
Yeah.
He knew he did something special.
That's the energy. Mm-hmm. That's what I love most about that kid. I think everything else is gonna come to where it's supposed to be. But his energy. Remember, we saw him out here in Vegas, and he sways back and forth before when they announced him. And I was like, yo, that's a lot of energy right there that he just, I don't like it. But people are who they are, and it's just like you. Like, you are a really energetic guy. You loud, you fun, but you know when to tone down. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And the same thing with him. It's like he has this energy. And this is going to take him to the level he want to get to, man. I do love his energy.
Yeah, and that's the...
Missed him this weekend.
Yeah, man, if you get a chance, go back and... Victor is ready to go. Victor, you better have glasses on.
Let's go, man. Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast, 19-0-1. Fresh off of a win this weekend. I was watching you, which is why I wasn't watching Xander Zayas.
Oh, he got the glasses on. So I'm talking about Victor.
It's because he can't see right now. Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast, Victor Morales Jr. What's up, big dog?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you, man. That was supposed to do a sound check a long time ago.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm glad to be home.
And then how was your left eye
safe.
feeling?
I'm healthy. It's good.
Okay.
Stitched up, but it's good.
And then what about the right eye?
It's the same thing. It didn't get any stitches, but it's,
we're
fighters. This is what we go through.
Yeah.
We sign up for it.
Yeah. Your dad said that during the fight, they went to the corner and they asked him about the cut. And I will say this. I told you that. I said your dad was right. He was right about the way that you chose the box. I would say the first half of the fight, you chose to try to bang with your opponent. And you were starting and then he was finishing. And it made a lot of the rounds close because he was able to finish you on your way out of the exchanges and things like that. Just first impressions from the fight. I know it was a couple of days ago, but first impressions of the fight, your mentality through the beginning, and then we'll get to the end, but your mentality through the beginning of that fight and, ultimately why and how you started the way you started.
Well, we knew he was going to be a tough guy. We told everyone this one's going to be tougher than the last one. This guy's got nothing to lose. He's going to come in and he wants to give me a loss. He has nothing to lose. He's ready to come over here and truly trained. We found out later on that he was actually training at the same gym as Cepeda.
Mm-hmm.
So he was ready. He was in altitude. He was ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
First half of the fight, I wanted to, I started out one way, first couple of rounds, I wanted to start out one way. But it kind of turned into a thing where I kind of wanted to get my respect and see if I could get him to back off a little bit.
Yeah.
So I knew that if I maybe was a little bit more aggressive in the first half, he might, not want to come back at it the second half because he's like, oh, this guy's got it in him. And at that point, then we would go back to our game plan. But, we fought hard the first half and we fought hard in the second half. We just had to make it a little bit smarter once I had the cut.
And Vic, you're right there outside the top 10 in rankings. Your career is moving well. I say you 2 or 3 fights away from the belt. What we talking about, man?
Yeah, they were. We're looking at possibly the first half of next year, sometime next year for sure.
Okay. And it's a lot of great fights there, man, in that division. You plan on staying there a while, or what are we talking?
We're gonna see what we do. I still want to win a world title at 126.
Okay.
From there, I'll decide to move up for sure. I've been at the same weight since I turned pro, and I'm 25 now, so I'm only getting older now.
Oh my!
I need you to be honest with me.
At 25, saying you're old is crazy.
I'm only getting older. Be honest with me, Vic. You got the second round knockout against Diego De La Hoya in your previous fight. Was that in your mind at all as you approached the ring on fight night Saturday night?
It didn't. I knew this fight was going to be a lot different. This guy was essentially in a position that I was.
Yeah.
That I was in that fight.
Yeah.
And that was B-side. I got nothing to lose and I want to come and take this guy out. He just didn't have what I had.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about you and your dad after the fight. The thing that I did not agree with that your dad said, he said the thing I agree with, he said you're fighting his fight and you're making it too competitive. Box and move on him and just hit him and make him miss. You're making it harder than it needs to be. I agree with that. But then when TV went to him and they asked him about your eyes and then they asked him about the score, he said, we're winning easy. I didn't think you guys were winning easy. Have you guys had any conversations yet since the fight? Like, hey, that one, any conversations at all about the way the fight went in terms of it not being what he said on TV?
Not really yet.
Yeah.
I haven't sat down and watched the fight, to be honest with you. I usually wait a few days, kind of let myself settle in, to be back home, and then I'll go back and watch it. I'm sure he's watched it. He usually watches it right when we get out of the ring.
Yeah.
And we haven't discussed the fight yet, but he said he was really proud of me, and
gotta be.
Obviously we proved a lot. We proved that we had a chin, and we proved that the blood, the cuts, they're not going to stop me in my place.
Hey, and mention some of the guys that you came up out of the amateurs with, some of the guys that you boxed that are still on the pro scene right now. I know some big names out there.
Yeah, we I fought, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. I beat Virgil Ortiz 3 times as an amateur when he was actually my weight. We fought a lot of people in the amateurs.
Yeah. The reason why I did that was because I think while a lot of guys are, those names are a little bigger than yours now, if you don't have that kind of name, people write you off. And I was encouraging people to go back to DAZN and watch your fight that you just had last night or on Saturday night. And I would even encourage people to watch your fight against Diego. I thought that both performances were solid. What I really liked about this fight, and I want you to speak to this, the way you closed this fight, the fight, this last fight that you just had was special. Where did that come from?
It just, I just went in there and did my thing. We knew that we were gonna have to throw combinations. We knew we were gonna hopefully eventually catch him, and if it was there, if I had the opportunity to take him out, I would I would do exactly that, and that was take him out. And so when I think it was a right hand that I hit him, and he kind of wobbled, and I went for it.
Yeah.
And we hoped that we had 5 or 10 more seconds, but we didn't.
Speak to this real quick. I always like to, when I watch boxers, I like to watch everything from skill, what they're doing, what they're not doing, and I also pay attention to their energy and their stamina as well. And what I saw through the maybe rounds 7, 8, 9, it looked like you came out fast every round. That energy was high, and then as the round started to go on, it seemed like you started to slow down. He never sped up, but it was like you slowed down. Punches that were missing early in the round, he started to connect with them simply because you're just a little bit slower getting out. And what I want you to speak to is when you catch him with that punch, all that energy that you have in the beginning of those rounds, it's like all that energy came right back. So kind of speak to, what you feel in a moment when you catch a guy. Everybody wants to know what does it feel like when you knock somebody out? Well, what does it feel like when you connect with that right punch? And what goes through your mind? What do you feel that makes you want to go the way that you went at the end of that fight?
When I get that, to that spot, or I hit someone with a clean punch, or I put him down, first thing I typically do is I typically look back at the corner, or in this case, since there was no knockdown, I can hear. And so usually my dad would be like, just go back to what you're doing. If they're not really hurt, he'll know, like, hey, just go back to what you're doing. If he's hurt, you'll catch him again. Or I can hear him, or the last fight, I looked at him and he said, go for it.
Yeah.
And then this fight, I could hear him, go for it, go for it. And so, I went for it, and you just really get this just boost of energy. It's like, maybe like a shot. It's just like you took an energy drink and you just drank it really fast.
Yeah.
And then you got this thing going. And so you just go for it. And you hope that you get him out before that kind of energy kind of goes away. Cause if you try to take somebody out too early and you can't get him out, and then you're just gassed the rest of that round, maybe the next round too.
Yeah. You got anything? Last thing for me?
Yeah, Vic, I got one question Sean's been asking a lot of people. I ask you, you're a younger guy. When you were growing up, boxing was as famous as it was when me and Sean was real little kids. What was the first fight you seen, and what turned you on to boxing?
Well, what turned me to boxing was my dad. I kind of followed him into the gym when I was about 5 years old.
Okay.
I just followed him into the gym. It wasn't necessarily a fight. It's just I followed my dad in. I was kind of that kid that was running around the gym, not doing what I was supposed to do. And then as I got older, my dad decided he wanted to coach, and that's when he kind of looked over at us and was like, all right, we're going to do it. And so he put us in the gym, and we got right to work.
Is there anybody that you've looked at and you're like, I want to be just like that guy?
Oscar De La Hoya, funny enough, my promoter, which was why it was great that we got to sign together. I was Oscar De La Hoya, Andre Ward, were the two that I really looked up to growing up.
Yeah, and I'll say one more thing about your style.
And I got to say, from about, 2013 on was Mr. Shawn Porter himself.
Stop it. I was going to say one more thing about your style. It is a lot like Oscar De La Hoya in terms of you're one of the few Mexican fighters out there that will box, use the ring, got a great jab, great boxing skills. Not that other Mexicans don't have skills, but you box with a little more flavor, a little more style, a little more rhythm than a lot of other Mexicans, opposed to the Mexican style, straightforward. You know what I mean? So, where's that come from?
Victor put the spice on top.
Yeah.
It comes from my dad, believe it or not. My dad's coach was the president of USA Boxing at the time. He took Floyd Mayweather, Fernando Vargas around the world when he was the coach of the Olympic team at the time. And, my dad is Mexican. He had that very Mexican style when he was boxing for a little bit, and didn't care to bleed, didn't care to get hit, as long as he got that 1 and 2 back. But what he was always taught was that he wanted me and my brothers to be able to speak to our kids when we were done with the sport. And so he taught us, and he was taught to box, so we kind of get things from all over because of his coach being the USA Boxing president. He was able to learn a lot of different things, see a lot of different fighters. And so he kind of wanted me to be able to talk to my kids, talk to my fiance when I'm done with this thing.
There you go.
I don't like put people on the spot. Anybody you want? Any names? Or you just want to
Actually, yes. I was saying
shit.
a few names.
Okay.
Fight
He said,
week.
that's okay. I'll say
a
a few names.
I told him that I wanted the winner of Josh Warrington and Leigh Wood in October.
Okay.
They hold one of the titles I want. I think that I have a good shot at Robeisy Ramirez.
Nice.
And I think he's based in Las Vegas now.
Yeah.
Any of those guys can get it, honestly. Like I said, I'm right there. From what it sounds like, we're, in number 7 of the WBC now. I think we just talked to someone over there. I think we're number 7 now. And I think they're going to update rankings. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
But we're right there. So any of the champions, they're on notice.
126. Coming for their neck.
Zach M. And other followers may want to get some Morales gear. Where can they go to get their Morales gear?
We don't really have a website set up yet, but if he messages me on Instagram or something, I'll make sure to look on there and see what I can do.
Okay. What's your Instagram, social media?
It's official_Victor Morales.
Boom, boom. All that being said, big dog, I'm proud of you. I'm happy to see you where you at, doing what you're doing, man. And keep going, big dog.
Thank you so much, man. It means the world coming from you. You've been like an older brother to me since we met, pretty much.
Yes,
so
sir.
even if we don't stay in contact every day, it's like I can just call him up, and I can always call you up and be like, hey, I got questions, like I did with commentating.
Yeah. Call me anytime, man. I'm proud of you, big dog. Tell the family I said
Yeah,
hello.
thank you. Absolutely.
Stay blessed, Vic.
See you. Thank you.
Got a super chat.
Yeah,
Slave of Christ.
Yeah, go ahead. You do it.
What's the difference in impact of getting hit?
I don't know.
Even let me finish this. That's the difference. That's the impact of getting punched in the head.
I don't know. What's the question?
What's the difference? What's the difference in impact of getting hit with a headgear on compared to no headgear?
I will say this. 2007, 2006. I'm at the Olympic Training Center. They're doing studies on with the headgears. They had like computer stuff hooked up to the headgears and all that kind of stuff. They were trying to figure out, is the impact worse with a headgear on? Is it not? I never received any information from that. And y'all know me. Y'all should know me by now, well enough by now to know that I when I'm intuitive, I will ask questions and find out what's going on. I never got we were never told any results. As you guys can see, that was 2008. They took the headgears out, I think, in 2016. I personally think the reason they took the headgears out was to try to make amateur boxing more entertaining, make people more intrigued to watch it in the Olympic program and the Olympic Games. I don't know if that's been accomplished, but my consistency is we always fought with the headgear because it was safer. One thing I do know is that there's less cuts, there's less risks of like headbutts and collisions that would cut you, all of those things. So even in the last Olympic Games that I commentated, there were a host of fighters that weren't able to make it through the tournament, even though they won, because they suffered head collisions, which resulted in cuts, them being X'd out of the Olympic Games. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff typically didn't happen with headgear on. In the nationals, they still use headgears. I think internationally they do not. So I mean, it's kind of one of those to each his own situations right there. I remember even back in the day when they were talking about getting rid of the headgear, there were fighters who had their headgear and fighters who didn't. And that was back in like the 70s and 80s.
Oh, so one had.
Yeah. You see.
I went headgear Earth. Okay.
So I truly don't know. But I know when we spar, we wear the bar, all that kind of stuff. Anything happens, you want it to happen in the fight when you're making money. You don't want it to happen in training. All that being said, appreciate the super chat, Slave for Christ.
Those are Reeboks.
Yes, and these are Reeboks.
Someone just asked.
These are AIs. Yeah, somebody said, I thought they was talking about they said the AIs is clean. I don't know if that was what they said, but listen, we're gonna take a break.
Nobody said that.
I said it, all right? It's been said by me.
Hey, this is the part of fighting with headgear. Fighting without.
Listen, we got a partner. We want you guys to check out this ad. We'll be right back.
Bingo.
You guys to our new partner, Lifesavers Restoration. You got mold in the house. You got rain, flood in the house. Carpet need to be pulled up. House need to be restructured. Lifesavers Restoration. They got you right, Antt?
Yeah, if you're in the SoCal area, you can reach Lifesavers Restoration at 747-265-6644. Las Vegas area, where me and Sean's located. That's 702-845-1325. And if you're a first responder, senior, teacher, you get a 10% discount because we're trying to help and give back.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
They have a model that I believe in wholeheartedly. No job is too big, no job is too small for us to care. They care about you just like they cared about me when they came to my house. I had some water damage, a whole bunch of stuff coming through. They came over, man, house looked like new.
Yeah, man, I've been working with this guy for over 5 years, and I believe him. I trust him. I sent him to my family, took care of Sean. Anybody in my family had water damage, I trust and believe in this guy. And so, I wouldn't send you guys nobody that didn't help me.
Yeah.
You guys are my family at the end of the day. So if they help me, they'll help you. And if he's connected with the sport of boxing, the guy's been around sport of boxing for a long time. I didn't find that out till after we've been doing business. So if he can help us, he can help you.
Yeah.
It's Lifesavers Restoration.
Yeah,
no.
But here's the thing. He said, I don't want to
They can
fight.
hear you. I ain't even gonna do you like that. Yeah.
Listen, all love first and foremost, all right? And you heard it, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm talking about. Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast yet again. Scruncho, comedian, my man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, nephew, having me on the show.
The man that called Crawford Spence down to the T.
Down
I'll give
to
you
the
that.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll give you credit.
Sometimes I have to prove you can't just come on here with Shawn Porter and y'all and act like, they think you all jokes. You got to prove what you say, So I did call it to the T.
Yeah,
Do this real quick. Slave
he
of
don't want
Christ.
to see that shit coming.
Huh?
You don't want to see that shit coming.
Real quick, Slave of Christ. If it's true that Crawford is only fighting Spence at 147, do you believe this is a fair move on Spence, since Spence wants to go to 54, and also he gave Crawford an opportunity when he didn't have to? He really, people, let's make this clear. He did. He gave Crawford an opportunity when he didn't have to. I know that he could have moved up to 154, could have left the belts at 147. Is what it is. He wasn't gonna fight anybody else at 147.
Right.
It was Crawford or I'm moving up. So let's make that clear. Like, yes, the ultimate decision was Spence to stay at 154. I truly think that what needs to happen is the rematch needs to happen at 154. If the rematch happens at 154, I think that Errol Spence may fare better at 154. I know you might disagree, but I only just found out that it's up to Terrence Crawford in terms of what weight this fight happens at.
Hey, Sean, if you wanted to make decisions, win the fight. I won the fight.
Yeah.
I'm the A side now.
Yeah.
I dictate everything.
Yeah.
You want the fight? Make 147.
And they been,
Punky.
Huh?
Yeah.
He gonna punky.
I'm just saying.
But he went through a lot to get to this fight. He didn't get to the fight till almost to the end of his career. He said himself, he wasn't even going. He was about ready to retire because he wasn't gonna get the fight. So he had to go through a lot of stipulations to get to the fight. So it's only right if he make one little stipulation that might be big, but if you got to get that payback, you got to go by any means necessary.
If you want it.
Yeah, if you want it, get it how you can get it. But at the end of the day, I think you got to get a respect to Crawford because it is what he said it is. Because he fought under what they say to fight under. You know what I mean? He gave up a lot to get a lot. So he just giving a little for Spence to get a lot back. So it's fair.
And I think a warrior in Spence, he'll come down to 147.
Yeah.
He want that get back. A lot of people it's no point in doing it. Hey, man, I think boxers are warriors. And I think he want to get that get back.
Yeah, I don't think Spence gives two shits. I think Spence will fight him under any conditions because he want that get back.
Yeah.
So, I think it's fair, though. Don't you think it's fair?
I think it becomes a mental struggle for Spence. If that's where I've been and I've been expecting to move up and I gotta hold it again. That's gonna be a mental struggle, which will affect the physical struggles of making that weight altogether. The other side of that is, we do have to be reminded that after the fight, Terrence said, well, hey, it is what it is, man. It wasn't easy for me to make 147 either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's a lot of talk right now about this fight being at 147. I think it happens at 154.
I don't think it'll really matter.
Yeah.
I don't either.
I don't think it'll really matter. I think styles make fights, and I just don't think. I think Spence is probably one of the
Spence
greatest.
can switch it up enough?
What can Spence
What did
do?
I tell y'all though? Remember I said Spence gonna switch trainers. Remember I told you that?
I don't think they ain't switch trainers though.
Well, it might be a good idea to bring another
Damn,
trainer in.
it's
Not
no
switch
loss.
trainers. No,
But
I'm
another
saying.
set of eyes. That's what
Yeah,
I was
because Derek James' style is what it is. He beat as much as Crawford beat Spence. He also beat Derek James' style. Derek got out-coached because he didn't tell Spence the right information when he was coming back to the corner.
Did you know Derek James was a professional boxer?
Yes.
Have you seen him box before?
Yes, he is.
You seen him box?
Good.
Yeah, I think he was IBF champion.
Yeah.
Did you seen him box before?
Yes.
Did he have somewhat of a style like what we see Errol Spence do?
Not. I think Earl was no disrespect to James, but Errol Spence was much better.
Yeah.
That you can't really compare their styles to each other. You know what I mean? But I do just believe that styles make fights.
Yeah.
And I told y'all when he beat him, I said Spence never showed or proved that he had the ability to adapt to nothing.
Yeah.
And life is not what you go through, it's what you could adapt to.
Well, it's like for me, my dad is naturally an aggressive person.
Right.
My dad, when he came up in boxing, he saw guys like Smoking Joe, who because he was short and built, moved his head a lot. Of course, Tyson moved his head a lot, stayed low, got to the inside, broke guys down. And then my dad, of course, also saw guys like Muhammad Ali move, use the speed from the outside, taller guy, things like that. So when we were young, my dad looked at my brother Kenny and said, "You're gonna be tall, you're gonna be thin. I'm gonna teach you how to box like Muhammad Ali." And he said, "You just like me. You're gonna be short. You're gonna be stocky. You're gonna be strong. I'm gonna teach you an aggressive style." Yeah. But what my dad did not do was my dad didn't separate us. When my dad showed Kenny how to move around the ring, he showed me how to move around the ring. And then when he showed me how to get low and things like that, he tried to show it to Kenny, but Kenny wasn't really able to be as effective with it with me. So the reason why I'm telling that whole thing is to say, when you say he beat Derek James' style, do we know that that's indeed Derek James' style and Derek James doesn't know how to teach anything else? Because my dad mentally is an aggressive person. His style is aggression. So what I did in terms of how I fought guys and broke them down, went to their body on the line, that's my dad's style.
Right.
But my dad also knew other styles and knew how to teach other things as well.
But whether it's his style or not, when he was in the corner, he didn't tell him to adapt properly. He didn't tell him to switch it up. Okay, try this. He kept sticking to the same thing that wasn't working. You know what I mean?
Derek James bread coming off Scruncho. Derek James bread and butter with all his fighters, the jab. And then Scruncho's. I never thought about that, but he kept preaching the jab, and it's not there. He's beating me to it.
And you stepping into everything he throwing.
Yeah.
You got to be able to switch it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And tell him to switch up.
Yeah.
You the coach. You got to shine. That's not working. Let's try this.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a plan B.
Yeah.
They had one plan.
And then I'll say this, and then we can move on. But I think that's why this second fight is gonna be a little different. I think that now you know that Plan A didn't work, so you come to the ring. Your Plan A is now what your Plan B was supposed to be, and so now we know we gonna have a Plan A, B, and probably even C.
But remember this though, your Plan A, your Plan B and C, you're amateur at because you never did it. So it's loopholes in something you never did.
Yeah.
Whether you don't know it or not.
Yeah.
And whatever he trying. Yeah. Remember, Crawford already seen it 100 times.
Yeah.
Nobody adapts like Crawford.
Yeah.
And speaking of Crawford, if you think of if he ever fight Enos, right? With the visual, Enos is the truth.
Enos is
he one of the most exciting fighters I ever seen. Talent, skills, you can't find no flaws in him.
Enos is the it.
But stay away from Crawford.
Yeah.
The reason why, because the one thing, we don't know if you could take a punch. And your speed, one thing neglect speed is timing. And nobody got timing. And when you don't see it coming, a punch that you can't see coming hurt you worse than a punch you can't see.
How you know?
I know.
Speaking of timing, we got Charlo and we got Canelo. That's why you hit me up. I thought the fight was 2 weeks away, so I was like, yeah, just come in. I was like, you ain't got to come today. No, you got to come today.
First of all, let me tell you this. If you get this shit right, if you come here with some crazy shit, which I know you about to say some crazy, and this shit goes down like that,
and give me the hat.
We're doing business together.
And give me the hat.
I actually took this off
don't
your
make no
style,
sense.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, look at him. I know you came in here because I had that on.
You remember you had that black derby on?
You got the same color as me. This don't make no sense.
Yeah, you had to match you, except you got them AIs on.
Come on
vicious.
now. Clean.
You know what I mean?
Clean.
Yeah, you got them OG. You got the OG artificial intelligence on.
I say clean all the time, right? So now Diggy starts saying clean. He like,
Yeah.
them things is clean. Them things is clean. That's what my son be saying. Go ahead, Charlo and Canelo.
Oh,
I don't think it's a fighter on this planet I love more than
Jermell Charlo.
no, not Charlo. Then I love Canelo, because what he brings, his energy, his heart, second to none.
Yeah.
But this not about feelings, just about facts.
100.
And it's gonna.
you have no.
No, Jermell.
You have no
listen.
sense of how much respect I got for your answer. Go ahead.
Listen, Jermell gonna win the fight, and it's gonna probably be the first time Canelo get knocked out. Let me tell you why.
Let me tell you something.
They the same age, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Canelo been doing this since he was 15.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And remember, he the richest man. Other than Mayweather, he got more money than anybody. And at the end of the day, if he sneak past this fight, look who he got coming up. He got. And then just remember, I love Canelo. It's not a knock on him, but remember, he snuck past Laurel, right? He lost to Triple G, but the naked eye.
No. Mayweather.
You know, he lost to
Mayweather.
Mayweather.
Laurel when it was tough.
Laurel.
He made the
Laurel.
He could easily say he lost that fight. You know what I mean? But money, bills.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Lost that. You know what I'm saying? He came close to losing that.
Yeah.
Lost one to Triple G.
He thought he lost one of those three.
Not including Mayweather.
The first one or the second one?
I think it was the first one. I would say it was. Was it the first one?
First second one.
First one was closer than the second.
Yeah, the second one he did what he supposed to do.
Yeah.
But he was Triple G was done by the end. And remember, Caleb Plant.
I'm listening to this.
Listen. And Caleb Plant, listen. If Caleb Plant would have had a little more heart and a little more power, he had actions. You know what I mean? But he didn't have the power to keep him off of him. Now, so therefore, the fight is closer than it appear on paper. You know what I mean? And if you look at the history and who won it the most, I just think Charlo got more to prove than Canelo. Because if Canelo lose, he can retire and still be the king of boxing.
Yeah,
and gone.
Does nothing.
It's not gonna do nothing to
Manny
him.
Pacquiao.
Yeah, it's not gonna. But I just think he go. And I think what's gonna be convincing is when he do get knocked out, that'll send him into retirement.
Dave Benavidez never get him.
This this a 4-fight deal, right? Three fight deal. Yeah, this is a 3-fight deal.
That don't count with retirement.
It ain't supposed to stop on the first one, so that's number one.
He knows.
Yeah, this is the business of boxing, baby.
Yeah,
I'm betting on the business. You know, they not making this. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be Charlo. You call it young Charlo, older Charlo.
If he does beat him, like Scruncho says, rematch.
There's only one way. Charlo
you gotta respect what he says.
Hey.
I know it sounds crazy.
There's only one way Charlo wins this fight, and it's knockout.
He gonna win by knockout because Canelo got a history of fading after the 7th.
If you betting Charlo to win this fight, you bet the knockout.
But remember before Benavidez, not Benavidez, Bevo, we didn't know who Bevo was. He made his name off Canelo. Is he really as good?
He still ain't got no name, unfortunately.
Well, actually this.
Yeah.
Could Canelo be? Could Ben?
Say
Could it be
Canelo.
that? No, I mean Canelo.
No,
I'm sorry.
let me get shit off.
could-
Shout out to Carson.
no,
I know Carson mad already.
Yeah, but Ken Bivol, right? Who would you compare Bivol and Charlo? If they fight, who would you go for?
Probably Bevo.
But remember how he beat Canelo.
Bivol
He
is
beat him.
like
He beat him with fundamentals.
Yeah, I was gonna
that
say,
stick.
Yeah.
See, that stick is gonna give him problems.
You think Charlo got stick?
He
like
got
that?
one of the best sticks I've seen. His stick is nice.
You
about to
know,
find
know who
out.
his trainer is, right?
Yeah, I understand, but
Yeah, I
his-
understand.
And I think
I say, yeah, I understand that.
That
He got a good
that
trainer.
style is perfect for. That's perfect for what he's trying
all
to
his
do.
guys got to get sticks.
Yeah, this stick gonna
Pause,
give him
because I know y'all
problems.
tripping right now.
Because if he can make him feel that stick and time him, man, watch what I tell you. Because and he fade, and that little boy is hungry, man. Charlo is hungry.
Listen, all that money you talking about, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
it don't matter to Canelo. I'm gonna tell you why. Canelo represents a country, and he represents a ethnicity that, for the sake of words, has ownership of the sport of boxing. He know he not gonna get in the ring if he can't do what they expect him to do.
But remember this.
He not getting in the ring.
money
Hold
right now-
up. He not getting in the ring just because whatever money he's about to make on this fight.
No,
he
it's
would
not
not
about
get in the
money
ring
in that fashion.
That's what I mean. He would not get in the ring if he had any feelings that he could not put it down. Meaning, if I'm counting my money a little bit too much, if I'm golfing a little bit too much, guess what? He got away from the golfing. My man training. I can't say where he training at, even though some people know where he at.
Right.
But he
I won't say.
ain't golfing right now. He left all that and said, "Yo, I have to be a true Mexican when I fight this guy, because if I'm not gonna be ready to do what I gotta do."
It's not as hard as his time. It's
Ooh,
Not, it's not the heart. You can have
Ain't-
all the heart you want.
I ain't mad at
But
that.
his body
Yeah.
is wore out.
I do believe that.
15 years old, he been whooping cats
Yeah.
with relentless,
Yeah.
nonstop, 100%. His heart is solid.
I'm glad you said that, because people give fighters such a hard time when they lose or when they get knocked out or when the fight don't go the way they thought it was gonna go. So this dude put in 15 years as a professional boxer.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And when he was a professional, sometimes he was getting off 4 a year. Who
Yeah.
do 4 fights a year
It is.
at that level?
When you get to that, when you
His
get up
body
there.
is just broken down. You know what I mean? And it started to show after the 7th round.
Yeah.
But that guy-
Give me some on that.
You're talking about in the Bevo
You right.
fight.
You
It's
right.
gonna show.
100.
It's gonna show
100.
next week and after 7. Or are you saying the last fight?
It's gonna show all of them because it is what it is.
I just, I'm just a big fight. My man's built for it.
Yeah.
I just feel like
That too.
I respect your
Yeah.
decision more than you don't even understand. So, I respect your decision more than anything. But I feel like big fights, he gonna show up, and that boy, he gonna make Charlo. If Charlo really want it, he gonna have to go get it.
Hey,
You gonna have to come through hell
This-
and back.
this fight goes 7 rounds or less. What you
Somebody
think?
get knocked out.
7 rounds or less.
I believe it's gonna be after the 7th.
It's gonna be after the 7th.
Because the reason why,
So Canelo don't get him before the 7th.
if he don't get him before the 7th, he got problems.
What about that Canelo body work? Them body shots is vicious.
But how you gonna get to the body?
Oh, he got ways to get in. He moves now.
Yeah.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Neither one of them Charlo brothers. Like there's a thing, but there's a difference between having a fast jab. There's a lot of jabs out there. You got a fast jab, you got a strong jab, you got a power jab, you got an educated jab. Neither one of them dudes can do this with that jab. They can't find you with that jab hand. I've never seen that from either of them.
But the reason I say this,
It's straight out, just like this. It's a strong jab and then straight back.
Yeah, but that's what he had problems with. It's strong jabs, because you gotta remember, they don't like getting touched to the body. Think about them.
Yeah.
They jabs are strong enough to keep cats from getting to their body.
Yeah.
And when you get to that body, you gotta pay a cost.
Yeah.
So when he go to get to that body, they don't want him to get to that body because they not inside fighters.
Yeah.
Charlo them is not inside fighters. They are built to keep cats on the outside. So he gotta come in, and he gotta give up the lot to come in. If Canelo body is really wore out like I think it is, he gonna have problems because them punches take power, and it drains you, and it wears and tears if your body. That's why old fighters is old, because them punches knock the little youth you got out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he where I think he is, and I don't think it's his heart. I think he got more heart than anybody in boxing. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's mine. I think his mind believe it. Yeah. But I think it's his time have just passed. You know what I mean? And it's been passing. But his brand is so big, we all been in denial. But I think this is the time he's going to get it.
Hey, I ain't been in denial.
I don't like, one thing I don't like about Charlo is in the Castano fights, he takes a lot of shots to give his shots. This is not the guy you sit there and exchange with.
No.
And don't get me wrong, Charlo power is real, and I think it comes up with him.
Yeah,
I think
100.
that follows him, and that's going to get Canelo respect.
No, what's going to get Canelo problems is his athleticism.
Is he athletic?
Who? Energy-wise, yes. He don't get athleticism mixed up with... don't get athleticism mixed up with skills.
You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about Terrence. I'm like,
don't get athleticism mixed up with skills.
Shawn was an athlete.
Yeah, he's athlete. He's athletic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He moves, and he can fight out the back foot, and he'll walk around. But if you show him anything, he coming.
But the good thing about Charlo is he coming straight at him.
He will back up if he has to.
But hey,
he will back up if he has to. But he can still fight off the back foot.
Straight at him, and I just think it's just a bad matchup. I say it's gonna be after the 7th for sure.
Knockout.
Yeah, it gotta be a knockout. Nobody beating Canelo.
I got Canelo stopping him to the body.
Ooh.
He can get to the body.
Where that come from?
I said that the whole time.
Oh, you been saying that the whole time?
I just respect it. Don't get me wrong now. Like, even though I got my pick, I still got money on his pick.
How do you pick?
Because
stop with a body.
You shouldn't have had him come. You shouldn't have had him come.
Because here go what Charlo got decent footwork. And the one footwork he used to is the step back,
Canelo
pop,
got
pop.
better
the
footwork.
Step back, pop, pop. He can step back, pop, pop him. And I think he a better athlete than Bebo.
But Canelo got great footwork for a Mexican fighter. He's not one of
those. He got a great everything.
Used to. Used to.
Yeah.
It ain't what it was. It ain't what it was 3 years ago.
Why y'all judging him off that one fight and then a bad performance against Ryder?
No.
And then that's not even include all the fights he got. He had bad. You keep saying he had bad performance. He lost his beat that. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors around his greatness.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it's a good chance he could get exposed. You know what I mean? Real soon.
But I feel like Caleb Plant was an athlete, but Caleb Plant didn't have the stamina to survive.
Nah, he didn't.
Hey, vote.
I already voted.
Oh, you voted?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't.
Who you vote for?
Caleb Plant didn't have the power. He just lacked the power. He had everything else.
I thought if he had the stamina, he could have survived that fight.
Well.
And then I ain't like to talk.
Because he didn't have the power and stamina run together.
Yeah.
If you don't have the power, you know what I mean, then you can't.
No. He never had power. But
no. What I'm saying.
Floyd never had power.
What I'm saying, if you ain't got power, a person with power is gonna get you and delete your stamina. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep power. Power keep off power. You see what I'm saying?
Did you say? Let's clear this up real quick. Somebody said. Did you say Jermell has better footwork than Bivol and Plant?
No. I didn't say that.
Yeah, he never said that.
I didn't say that.
Make sure that I'm gonna call you out too. GMOG Sports TV.
Yeah, he didn't have better.
You ain't hear that right, bro.
Hey, T Street
I
controversy.
said he got
Chill
decent
out.
footwork.
Nigga calling you Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown, a legend, man. I be Bobby Brown.
Did you used to do Bobby Brown?
Man, everybody love Bobby, change? Man. He a iconic legend, man.
Yeah, man. I love to have him in here, bro.
I love to call him. He ain't come.
He don't never answer my phone calls.
I call him.
It's crazy how they do you.
Yeah.
It's crazy how they do you.
Yeah, had him in the locker room one night, and I ain't never seen him since.
He don't mess with Waffle Coat niggas. I ain't never seen him since. That's wild. That's the Spence Porter fight.
Yeah.
See how they do
I think it'll probably be around the 10th round, though, if he get knocked out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You betting?
Huh?
You betting?
Yeah, I'm a bet.
Where Mike P at when we need to talk bets?
I'm betting the over, and I'm gonna bet the stoppage, and I might bet the 10th.
Oh man, this is
Okay.
been everything.
Shout out to DraftKings. You know we doing something with DraftKings now.
Oh, that's big, man.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Just doing the best we
DraftKings
can,
is big.
man. Doing the best we can.
Yeah, if you're gonna bet DraftKings.
DraftKings is big.
Yeah, that's get all your numbers, get the best odds.
Jay Sharp said, "Mr. Telephone."
Now they just going in on it.
What's wrong with your life?
What was your jam? What was your Bobby jam?
My prerogative, come on, man.
prerogative.
Do what I want to do.
I probably would have guessed that too.
Yeah.
I probably would have guessed
I
that.
forgot the one I like where he jumped off the helicopter and got right to it. I sent it to you like a couple of months ago.
I remember. What
It was like a newish one. It dropped in like 2015 or something.
Bobby Brown, he the one that put the gangster in R&B. He was
He was wilding.
He was wild.
He was
man.
wilding.
Fearless,
He was wild.
Everybody got love Bobby. He
Yeah.
rock
He
with
was
me.
wilding.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh man, chill out, bro. He literally slipped that in. R&B.
When
said he
Whitney
not
was
with me.
known as the one, she was the queen of pop, and she
was
was
the one.
mainstream.
She was Beyonce.
Yeah.
EJ, I got people prepared, man, to do that interview with Canelo. It's just about locking him in. We ain't been able to lock
Can we
him in,
translate
so-
that? How we do that?
Oh yeah, I got
Okay.
translators.
I can get it
But
through.
when it come to hard though,
translators.
yeah, man, nobody got more heart than Canelo.
All right, let's do this real quick. Speed. Who got better speed?
I'm gonna go. That's a tough one.
And you can't confuse speed with timing.
Charlo got the better speed.
You think Charlo got the better speed?
Yeah, especially on his 1-2. and his
Two punch.
stick.
I was gonna say 2-punch speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got that 2-punch.
Three punch speed is gotta be Canelo because Canelo brings explosion with his speed. So it's that doom.
That's
You know what I mean?
almost right there. That's a close one.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Power.
And
I'm gonna go Canelo
only
power.
If power, yeah, I gotta go Canelo.
Gotta go Canelo.
Yeah.
Power
you
with
got?
power with the right hand. I'm gonna go with Charlo.
Yeah,
Oh
power
yeah,
with
right
my
hand.
Power
yeah.
in both hands. I'm going with Canelo.
Power that right hand is deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defense.
Canelo.
Canelo, right?
I don't know. Canelo per se depends on what for Charlo, he ain't gonna have a better defense because his style is tailor made for Charlo.
I just don't think Canelo's gonna come into the ring and fight lazy.
I ain't gonna pressure him.
And when he fights lazy, his defense becomes this. That's Canelo's defense when he's lazy. I'ma roll off of these shots. Can't roll off of the shots with Charlo.
'Cause you gonna
Charlo
feel
ain't
it.
really bringing that much anyway. But I believe like 4 years ago, Canelo was dipping and rolling. That age
It's
that you're
age.
speaking on.
And if
You
I
go
was-
and you look back at
what
these last
Charlo
couple
gotta
fights.
do, if he jabbed the body, it's gonna pay dividends after the 7th. If he keep hitting her, he gonna have problems.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
don't-
You
yeah,
gotta
don't be
you
that.
gotta jab that body.
Yeah.
You gotta get to that body as
And
much
that's
as he try to get to
and
the
that's how
body.
you make a older fighter lazy.
That's right.
You jab the body and don't give them too much of what you can do.
But-
and that jab to the body is like one of the most basic punches in boxing. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, you ain't on my level, and I bring my level down because I think you ain't up there.
Exactly.
And then you surprise.
Out of all these fights, is Charlo a headhunter though?
That's the problem. He a head hunter, but if he don't hunt the head and hunt the body, he gonna make his night a lot shorter.
That's making him unnatural. That's not in him. I'm getting you out of here.
Right.
I got the power to get you out of here, and he still could get Canelo out of here.
Yeah, like dude
That's-
is like a sniper that
Oh, yeah.
only want headshots.
Yeah.
My man ain't going to the
No,
you
no,
know,
no,
he
that's
ain't-
Earl Spence.
He
That
will,
ain't
he
me.
will go to the body, but
Yeah.
he ain't no exclusive body puncher. He ain't hunting to get to the body. He gonna
I'ma get
go
my
up
shit
here
off.
and I'm gonna finish here because this is just
Yeah,
the
that's what
ABCs
it
of
is.
boxing.
Yeah, but if he fight a good fight plan,
Mm-hmm.
he could win. But if he go in there and he try to do what we know him to do, the 1-2 to the head, he ain't gonna be able to. He might let Canelo get be able to last. But if he keep that avoid that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
By going to the body and moving his feet and using that stick and he gotta get in there. If he could use his stick right and move and get to that body, Man, Canelo gonna have a long fight.
Last one, ring IQ.
Canelo.
Oh, absolutely, Canelo. Yeah.
If you see him, don't make adjustments. Just doing him. You know Derrick James ass. You know Derrick James ass. Because remember that's what's in the corner.
See the thing, that's what give Canelo.
You got your pound for pound list?
Yep. Pulled it up from the last time we did it. Yep.
I don't know where it's at. I gotta find it.
No problem.
Appreciate you coming through, big dog.
Man, it's always an honor to come through here, man. I love working with you, you know.
So we did a pound for pound list. This has been a couple weeks to a month, maybe even more than that.
Yeah, it was
ago.
August 10th.
I have no perception of time right now. But
who is your pound for pound?
I'll let you look at mine a little bit.
I found
yours is decent, yeah.
Who your number one?
Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, Terrence is my number one as well.
I don't know. You got your number one?
Yeah, it's Crawford, of course.
Number two, I got anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
At 3, I got Alexander Usyk.
I got Tyson Fury.
Okay. And then, real quick, my disclaimer, I hate pound for pound. So, I tried to take it serious, but...
I don't know if I got over there, but I don't know if I got Charlo, but yeah, I have.
So I'm about to switch some of this up.
Okay, mine's we're still number 3. We're going number 4.
Number 4, I got who I got at number 4?
I got Usyk at number 4.
I got Usyk at number 4. I got Gervonta Davis at number 4.
Yeah, I got Tank at 4 too.
Okay.
5.
He's a superstar.
5, I got Bevo.
I got Bevo at 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devin Haney at 6.
Oh!
I got Devin Haney at 5.
Oh yeah, I ain't got. Oh yeah, no, who I got at 5? At 6. 6. Oh, you said Devin Haney at 5. You said Devin Haney.
I got Devin Haney at 5.
6.
That's what I just
said. You got Devin Haney at 8 right here.
Yeah, I ain't there yet. Hey, leave no room for excitement.
They like big ass pound for pound list.
Number 6, I got Canelo.
Number 6, I got David Benavidez.
Oh, okay.
I think that man deserves to be in the top 10, and I think he's even higher than 8, 9.
I think I didn't think of that, but I think David Benavidez should go on my list around number 4. He should go before Usyk because he more diverse and more he bad and every he have no
Don't forget
flaws.
Shakira because I ain't got that. I just want you to put that on your brain.
So I'm gonna do the rest of mine real quick.
All right,
7, I got David Benavidez. 8, I got Shakur Stevenson. 9, I actually have Canelo Alvarez. And the reason why I got Canelo Alvarez at 9 is because of everything that he said when he came up here. He's at the back end of his career. He is not who he was 3, 4 plus years ago. And it's for me, my pound for pound ain't just about who you beat and all that kinds of. My pound for pound is a matter of how good do you look.
Yeah.
Fight after fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My pound. I don't know if my pound for pound list makes sense or not, but to me, Canelo has declined in his performance, and that's why he's declined on my list.
Right.
And then at 10, I got Shakur Stevens.
How you can't reach your own typing?
I got Teofimo Lopez.
Oh, did you write that?
Before Tio
okay.
did his whole retirement and thing like that. I just thought that the way he came back from everything he's been coming back from, and then of course we're winning all of the titles in one time. You know, I put him in my top 10.
My top 10, of course, I'm gonna have Crawford, right, and then number 2, you know, I'm gonna go with I like anyway, but I'm not gonna put him at number 2 because he haven't fought over here. He haven't fought nobody. That
he fought over here once.
He's fought over here twice.
Well, I haven't seen.
But it's all good.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen enough of him. Let me just say that. You know what I mean?
Also, let me acknowledge this real quick. So I thought when Terrence and Errol fought, I thought that was number 1 and number 2, and then whoever lose just go to number 2. But the way that fight
hell no.
But then
hell no.
And then beyond that, not truly knowing the nature of his health, I was like, I can't put him in my top 10.
I kept him in my top 10.
My number 2. My number 2 is Ennis. I love Ennis.
You put Crawford. Boots in as number 2 pound for pound?
Man, he cold. You know what I'm saying? I think the only person he probably ain't proven. But guess who my number?
That is the craziest.
Guess-
I
but
love
guess
it.
what?
Though. I
But
love
guess
it though.
Guess who
I
my
love
number
it though.
3 is though? And y'all ain't gonna like this because he haven't proven
I don't like that
himself.
one. I don't like that one.
Ashton Seals, H2O.
Oh, this nigga.
I know y'all don't want to give props because I'm thinking that's my little nephew.
I don't knock it, but just let him get his time.
Yeah,
I don't like to put nobody in there too early.
Yeah, but we got it. This gonna be legendary.
I will say this about Boots though. I don't know about him being 2. I get it.
Yeah.
But he just like Gervonta Davis, like Tank. He don't need a belt for him to be in the top 10.
He don't need a belt.
And he cold enough to be wherever you want to put him.
Yeah,
you know. But once you start to look at other fighters and where they belong, it's like he don't have a belt. So you know, he just didn't make my top 10.
Number 4. I mean, Tank number 4.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then
You got
Shakur.
No, you had David up there. Remember?
Yeah. I got David like a number 5.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
We about to find out if you can count.
I know.
I'm gonna help him. I got it. I got it.
Hey, because I'm trying to think of these numbers because I should have wrote it down. But then I definitely got David at number 5.
Okay.
And then
Shakur number 6.
yeah, you know what I mean? I kind of like Shakur better than David.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm going to say Shakur because he, you know, David do take a lot of punches, but he just so fast and so quick that he's just a monster. Yeah. He is what he is. Yeah. He haven't been tested. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? Because he run through everybody, you know? But then I got, then I go from Haney and then, what number we at?
We at 7 on your list.
Yeah. Then I got to go with,
Charlo?
Yep, Charlo.
He got all the belts.
Yep, Charlo. And then I got to go with Canelo.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So now we at 9, 10. We got 2 more.
And then I got to go with...
What about Devin Haney?
And then Haney. Got to get my boy Haney because his skill set is up.
He already got Shakur in there.
Yeah.
Then 10.
Give him another goofy name.
You don't want to put no heavyweights in there?
Just put goofy.
Yeah, I go with Furry.
Okay, at 10. I'm trying to make my man legit. He over there trying to, throw.
I know, but you know, my list always, it got to prove itself in action, you know what I mean? I don't go with the norm, I go with the real.
And then I finish up, I got Charlo at 7, Haney at 8, Spence at 9, Tank at 10.
So you kept Spence.
Yeah, I kept because he.
I ain't mad at you.
He did so much before that knockout,
100.
and before that performance. That was legendary stuff he did before that, man. It's hard to take that from him.
Yeah.
Now, if he lose again like that,
and you got anything before we close this bad boy?
you want to shout out anything?
Yeah, you got anything before we close this bad boy?
What you got going on?
Hey, man, I got so much going on, man.
Hey, can you drop? I don't know if you're gonna get in trouble about this, but this is your problem in your household. Hey, can you drop your Instagram and stuff in there?
The only Scruncho.
I don't know why people are hitting me.
It's the only Scruncho.
I had somebody say
THE or DA?
I had somebody say, who is that next to you? I said, okay.
You know
I said, that's just Scruncho. That's all I'm gonna
THE
say.
or DA?
Yeah, the most gifted always.
Hold
the
on,
less
is
known.
it
Hold on, I
the
can't even find
Scruncho
it.
DA
Yeah,
or
it's the only,
THE or DA?
THE.
All right.
Only Scruncho. Scruncho is spelled SCRUNCHO. Y'all get at me, man. I love all 97 of my fans. Tap in with me.
You got anything, big dog?
Nah, yeah, that's all I got, man.
I can't. Yeah.
What happened? What's going on?
I'm gonna do this motivation real quick, and I just can't get this out of my mind.
Okay.
I saw Gilly on the pivot.
Oh.
And I just like that. I had something already planned for today, but on my way here, this been ringing through my mind. And I want you guys. So this is what I want you to take for motivation. There's a lot of people who are quote unquote famous or are known for doing things or are, like me. Like I try to be motivating. But a lot of people have watched my boxing matches before they have their boxing match. Some people watch my boxing matches before they go on stage and do a concert or something like that. I want y'all to start looking at other people on Instagram, not for just the entertainment that they bring, but also look at the motivation that they bring. I happened to see Gilly on the pivot, follow the pivot if you don't. Shout out to Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, and Channing Crowder as well. Those guys have a fantastic show. It's always entertaining, and they always bring out something that you didn't know they was going to be brought out. You know, recently they had Gilly on the show. Shout out to Gilly and Wallow. Definitely shout out to Gilly. Just lost his son some time ago now, and this is what I want you guys to take for motivation. When you watch Instagrams and when you watch podcasts and when you listen to this stuff, pull something from it. Watch that episode on the pivot with Gilly, because Gilly sat there with this strength and talked about what he had to do with his son after his son had passed. And the strength that he had, I want y'all to pull that strength. Because it's something that y'all going through and y'all may not think that y'all can get through it. I'm going to flip it just a little bit. Don't underestimate yourself. And if you feel like you can't get it done, you feel like you ain't got the answer, find somebody. Find a podcast. Find a pivot. Find that episode with Gilly and listen to him talk about what he had to do with his son after his son had passed away. And there's a lot of things that you think you won't be able to do in life. You listen to him describe what he had to do for his son, and it'll give you courage. It'll give you motivation that you can do just about anything you want to do in this world. That man had to take care of his son when his son passed away. And that just, it's been ringing. And I was like, man, I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to touch it, man. God bless Gilly. God bless his family. And when y'all think it's something you can't do, don't underestimate yourself. Watch that episode of The Pivot, and that'll prove to you that you got what it takes. And if you don't feel like you got what it takes, watch that episode of The Pivot and pull some strength from that man Gilly. God bless y'all. This is the PorterWay.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.